hero pool rotation, with him not being able to be played, it really does affect a lot of the compositions teams are playing. Double shield, back in fashion, often the best thing to counteract double shield was just actually speed boost directly past them, but can't do that anymore. But as you can see, the team's rolling out here. Chengdu, Jinmu just going to be pounding in a bit of damage here with the arrows, just seeing if he can get an early pick off. Gets ate up though by Void. Fearless, holding the front line, just letting a shield recharge. Waiting patiently.
This composition that Chengdu are running is what a lot of teams were practicing in scrims before the Overwatch League actually began. They thought this would be the best composition, and then this main McCree stuff started to take over. So let's see how good Shanghai are at what most teams would consider to be the default comp. Lige gone on the brig. He's desperately wishing that Lucio was back.
100%. You can see now. Leave. Going to look for a pick off. The wall goes up. Lost a couple of the members of Shanghai on the other side, but Shanghai say, you're not trapped in here. Against each other, they try and make some moves, bit of damage being pumped in here by Fearless. Shield's almost breaking, but it is really just a war of attrition between these two sides. They don't really want to be giving up too much. Fearless perfectly happy despite being walled off to just go aggressive into them, but it looks like Jinmu does find a kill into Lige gone. Izayaki follows up, and with the two healers gone, it's going to look pretty bad right now for Shanghai. The good news for them though is that they have got capture point percentage. They've got a couple of more bodies on the point, so they'll tick it over. But Chengdu are going to win out this team fight eventually.
Chengdu are going to win out the team fight without expending any ultimates as well. It was just the picks coming out from Jinmu. And Jinmu's such a good Hanzo. If you give him any opportunities, he will find them. Jinmu, Ding, DM, they're all actually really incredible Hanzos, and I'm sure that Leave has a ridiculous one as well. There's the diversity on both of these teams. This is now going to be very difficult for Shanghai to crack. To get in through such a tiny choke point with 6 ults up essentially across the board is going to be really hard.
You can see the damage being pumped into them. Elsa wants to use the Gravitic Flux early. He puts a ton of damage in, and look at that! Elsa collapses into them. The Hulk comes out as well from Eamon, and that's all you need, really. Hulk, one of the most powerful abilities in the game. One of the main reasons that you will see these players playing Orisa. You might think it's because of the shields. The Horse Lady packs a punch, and the Hulk definitely helps.
Yeah, this is still going to be tough for Shanghai to get in here. You can see that they've made changes to move themselves over to the double shield as well. But pushing into a Blizzard and pushing into a Dragon here, it requires a lot of thought as to how to tackle it. Eamon's just sent them, okay, a flank around the right-hand side.
But they've been spotted almost immediately, and that's going to cause the rally to come out by Lige Gong. See them trying to get a freeze up here. Ding just putting in the damage. Nice Discord Orb onto Elsa, obliterates him, takes him out of the fight, and Shanghai, with a clever little pincer maneuver, they're able to eventually pull it up today. I've done that before, and I'll tell you how it happens. You get so excited when you're blading, you get a couple of kills. You whip your mouse around so hard, you actually unplug your keyboard while you're holding W, and your character just moves forward. So that's what I think happened to Jinmu. I don't know if that's what's happened to Lige Gong, but
probably.
We are back into the game. I'm not even going to mention anything else because I don't want them to pause again, but we're here, still in round 1, still here in Chengdu versus Shanghai, and Jinmu's going to be looking for an opening pick now onto the hands. You can see him spamming in an arrow or two. Here's the Hulk comes up. Any combo potential? Not quite. Aiming actually drops down the supercharger. Ultimate's being committed here. Blizzard from Ding. And they are going to find a pick onto Jinmu, so that takes away a lot of the damage potential now from the Chengdu Hunters. Ding falls as well, so it's going to be the 1-for-1 trade. Still anyone's game, Josh.
Yeah, Ding was miles ahead of the rest of his team. He was the only person in the midst of that Blizzard. And Molly used the Transcendence, and nobody from Shanghai followed up.
Oh, no, what's going on here? There's a Yaki!
Everyone's split up all over the map. I mean, the Shanghai Dragons have been boomed by this pause. I don't think they quite know what's going on.
This is chaos, Josh! What am I witnessing? Izayaki gets caught out of position, has to use his Transcendence. That's a Sideshow Transcendence if I've ever seen one. And then they yoink off the edge of the map. The Chengdu Hunters, they look like they're in a very solid position to take this now. 80% on the capture point. They've got a forward control position. The Immortality Field's getting committed, but Ding falls anyway. And Shanghai are crumbling. And oh my word, the Amplification Mages is going to be just pounding in damage through the choke point as well. Chengdu Hunters just really cementing themselves now into this choke point. You see the ultimates coming out. Fearless, a desperate last-ditch effort here as he uses the supercharge, but no one can even touch the point. And honestly, I don't know how much to blame on the mental booming of the pause or what, but that just fell to pieces in front of our eyes. That was actually, I felt like we were watching a car crash in slow motion.
Yeah, that was incredibly odd. Ding very far forward, then Izayaki didn't realize that they were pushing through the other side, and then at that point it's just all too late. Alright, okay, reset, okay? We're just gonna wipe that one from our memories and just add a 1 on the column next to Chengdu. They take those in Chengdu.
They do take those, and do you know what happens when Chengdu take those? They end up winning the series more often than not. You can't really give Chengdu these little inches because they'll take a mile.
Get him back on dive though, this is what I want to see. Jinmu on Genji, Leave on Tracer, Eamon on Wrecking Ball. There could not be a better composition for this team. In terms of pure entertainment, I'm not saying this should be the meta, but in terms of pure entertainment, yes, give me this all day long.
I was watching this yesterday, and you can see, the fire comes out from Ding, and he's going to be slotting in the rockets. As you can see, the composition that Chengdu are running, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to realize it's not exactly ideal at dealing with the fire in the sky. Elsa might be able to contest him a little bit, especially with the Discord or Molly, but other than that, they don't really have too many answers. So Ding is going to have free reign, and it's down to the ground team to see if they can take care of things, but it looks like DM is cleaning up. 2 kills for him. He takes away a lot of the damage dealers. In fact, all of them from Chengdu. They're going to be sent to the back of the respawn queue, opening up this point for Shanghai.
I was talking to a couple of other analysts about how much I rate DM in the past and said that he might be my favorite hit scan, like potentially best hit scan in the world for me. And they were like, oh, but how good is his Tracer? I was like, dude, if you'd seen him back in Chinese Contenders, this guy slaps on Tracer. He's incredible. DM has now been unlocked in this kind of meta. Yes, Leave is excellent, but DM is world class on Tracer.
You can see DM, he's just playing with his food, if you will. Jinmu just about got on it, and the power drag comes down. He's looking for an opportunity. Blinks in, has to use the recall. Now he's going to be starting to contest with Leave here. Nice PO comes out from Hauser, keeping him alive, but look at the tracking. Absolute excellence coming out from DM here. Still has the pulse bomb. Just going to be holding on to it. And look at how much they're struggling to deal with Ding up in the air as well. Elsa is using his boosters to try and catch up to him, but to no avail.
I think they really should have swapped Jinmu over to Pharah as soon as they saw Ding was playing the Pharah. Who do you dive here? I mean, the only person you can kill is Izayaki, and by that time, you've already taken way too much damage anyway. So I don't think this is a good game plan from the Chengdu Hunters. I'm just hoping that Jinmu gets his blade and blades Ding and Lijiang Gong in the air.
I mean, if there's one thing to turn this around, it would be the Jinmu blade. But unfortunately, doesn't quite have it yet. Only 83%. Ding's going to be using a couple of ultimates here. The barrage puts in enough damage to allow DM to clean up a few more members, but my word, I mean, the time is just ticking away here from Chengdu Hunters. It's 75% capture time so far. They're getting so many straggler kills. Elsa now is probably going to get staggered as well as he's being chased down. It doesn't matter how much they... Now it's an absolute shambles right now for Chengdu. Shanghai in complete control.
They don't have an Ana on their team either, so this is not going to be a Nano Blade. Jinmu though pulls it out. He's going for the Pharah.
The blade? Yes! He's found the Pharah somehow! Excuse me? I'd like to see the replay of that one. He's going for the Mercy next. No one is safe. There's nothing sacred anymore. Trying to go for the dodging, trying to go for the juking here. Jinmu? Lijiang Gong goes down. Jinmu picks up the Pharah Mercy combo. But unfortunately, ended up buying a lot of time for them. And Shanghai, they managed to get 99% in the end. Chengdu opened up the point with the Dragon Blade, but now they've got to be asking themselves, okay, well, what do we do now? We've taken the point, and one of our most impactful ultimates is now gone. Are they just going to wait for Jinmu to build up another one?
I don't think they're going to have the opportunity, honestly, because here come the Shanghai Dragons, and if they can manage to find an opportunity to get onto Molly or Revelto and force out this ultimate, they'll have a great opportunity afterwards to dive onto them with the end. Look at that, Ding just hovering over Molly, trying to force out this trance.
Oh, Jinmu though somehow jumps into the back line. Void tried to peel for Izayaki, but he takes him out. Losing your main healer now, Shanghai.
There goes the trance though.
With the damage boosted rocket. Straight into Jinmu. Transcendence was forced out by Chengdu, Josh, you are correct. It's going to be lacking a bit of heals for them now. The rally now committed here by Ivital. They try and use the excess armor to try and win this fight out. Power driver from Fearless. Dunks it down. They're trying to find a pick-off here. Could be anyone's game. Look at Ding. Barraging from across the map. Nice little play from Lijiang Gong as well. Lijiang Gong tried to body block using his Valkyrie, but it wasn't quite enough. Just put away the damage here.
Yeah,
still
I'm actually
pounding in the damage.
Not a fan of what Shanghai Dragons are doing at all here. What they should have done after they forced the Transcendence out of Molly was disengage, group up with their entire team, and just try and put pressure on the backline once again, and this time get the kill. Instead, what they did was continue to feed in even when the rally was going on, and they've given Jinmu another blade and Molly 60% of his ultimate. They haven't gathered themselves back up for a second offense, they just kept the first one going.
Ultimate's being used now, as you can see. The mines from Eamon doesn't find any value in it. Jinmu has a blade, but he's 100 HP. The reflect has to be forced out here. Falling very, very low. Now the blade straight into the air. Slash one, but ding! He held the cooldowns. The concussion blasts away and hits the fade away. Jinmu goes down, getting nothing out of the blade. And now it's all up to Leave to try and clutch this one up. He has healed up the Transcendence from Molly. He's going to be healing up the rest of the Chengdu Hunters. The bomb from Void is able to remech. It's very important. Ding falls. Leave with the beat down. Izzyaki falls as well. The healer's going here. Lee Jae-young has to try and get Resurrect off. Manages to find it onto Izzyaki. That could be key. That could be crucial. It could be enough to keep Shanghai into this fight. But Leave, he's desperately trying to win out the 1v1, or I should say the 2v1. And Chengdu Hunters, for using that front line, they're able to win the battle onto the point. It doesn't matter how much damage DM was trying to do into the backline there. He's just keeping Leave busy, but it wasn't enough, and the Chengdu Hunters winning that round are going to take map number 1.